Are you serious? Are you serious? Guys, it's getting crazier every moment. Today is one of these days where you start to see a pattern developing of prophetic events. And right now, we've got one. We've got a Halloween is coming. I hate Halloween. I hate it. But really, they are actually saying in the news now, weather reports are that as Halloween is looming, it looks like hell has unleashed its fury upon the United States. Now, U.S., of course, is getting hit this weekend with that crazy weather, whatever that thing was, that cyclone bomb that hit, massive rain, landslides, tons of snow, high winds, 70-mile-an-hour winds, 80-mile-an-hour winds, trees down, power outages, just crazy stuff in Washington, Oregon, and Northern California. And it's still going now. Going to turn into some really ugly snow up in the Sierra Mountains in that area. But guess what? The Northeast, Central America, Midwest, and a little bit Central East Coast are all about to get walloped. And I want to tell you all about it. Let me put a shout out first for noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Here's the phone number. Write it down. 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. Tampering. That's what they're doing. They're messing with the system. Guys, there's a lot of discussion about the great reset. And actually, if you go to my app, the app is newapocalypsewatch.com. That's newapocalypsewatch.com. I did 2 brand new videos there today. One is on the Rockefeller brothers. You got to watch that. That'll blow your mind. And then the second one is Mark of the Beast Money. Check it out, because now we have a major U.S. senator giving us a hint of where this currency world is going. One world currency. Anyway, I said all that to say this. You need to get a handle on where your 401k is and your retirement funds. Go to noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. And let Colin Plume or one of his associates help you diversify. If you do, they'll give you this 5 ounces of pure silver, 5 ounces of pure silver coin for free. Tell them Pastor Paul Begley sent you over there, okay? And you'll be glad you did. All right. 2 rare fall nor'easters, tornadic thunderstorms, flooding, rainfall, hail, high winds, targeting millions of people across central and eastern United States as Halloween looms. What? This is all we need after that cyclone bomb that hit in the West Coast. Well, speaking of that, the cyclone bomb and an atmospheric river on the West Coast, extreme tornadic thunderstorms across central United States, and 2 nor'easters on the East Coast. The United States is experiencing and will experience in the next few days Halloween's hell of weather. Some pretty nasty weather for sure. Events from the West Coast to the East Coast and everywhere in between during the final week of October. Get ready to get drenched or get knocked in the head with hail or something else. Mudslides, landslides, snowstorms, just crazy weather. Halloween's hell being unleashed, and severe thunderstorms, flooding, rainfall is targeted millions of people across the central United States. A series of storms charging across the United States will set the stage for rounds of explosive thunderstorms, development, and heavy rainfall through midweek across the central and eastern United States. Matter of fact, round 1 of the thunderstorm activity will roar to life as warm and humid air clashes with an advancing cold front, this cold front across the central U.S. through Sunday night. We've seen that. But this week, tonight, threatening places like Kansas City, St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Little Rock, Arkansas, Knoxville, Tennessee, Charleston, West Virginia. It's seriously, guys, it's going to be Birmingham, Alabama, northern Mississippi. As a matter of fact, here's just an idea. This is what they're expecting today in these areas. Gusty thunderstorm rain, showers. Matter of fact, as I'm speaking, it's starting to pour here in Florida. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Last night it rained so hard. It was raining cats and dogs, toads and frogs. And I mean frogs. When we got done with the broadcast last night, I left the studio. When I got home here, there were 5 frogs, big tree frogs, and they were all right near my front door, just jumping like they were all trying to escape the rain. And I'm like, get out of here. It feels like the plagues of Egypt. Okay. It was crazy. Anyway, a thunderstorm activity fired up along the cold front Sunday afternoon, and individual thunderstorm cells were expected to congeal into a powerful line of thunderstorms by sunset, and it happened. This will increase the chances and coverage of damaging winds early this morning. Matter of fact, Interstate 44 across much of Missouri will likely prove to be troublesome as the today moves on. Thunderstorms will roll through the area. High-profile vehicles can be especially susceptible to strong wind gusts capable of blowing big rigs over. No. Stay off Highway 70, cutting across from Indianapolis, Indiana, through Illinois, St. Louis, Missouri, and on toward Kansas City, Missouri. That highway right there is going to experience some damaging wind gusts that could blow big rigs over. While widespreading damage, wind gusts may be primarily a threat. Embedded areas of rotation may form within any thunderstorm, which could produce tornadoes and hail and flash flooding and travel disruptions and damaging wind gusts of as much as 80 miles an hour. That's stronger than a Cat 1 hurricane. Severe thunderstorms will not be the only hazards weather to contend with. Also, cities along I-80 in Des Moines, Iowa, and Cleveland, Ohio, will likely experience a steady rain developing during the day, which could continue through the overnight hours. A widespread path of at least 1 to 3 inches of rain is expected along this corridor, and as much as 8 inches of rain is also possible. The parent storm responsible for Sunday's severe thunderstorms and heavy rain threat will shift eastward today, refocusing the threat for thunderstorms and flooding and rainfall further east toward the northeast. Matter of fact, here's what you can expect today. You see some serious rain up in northern Indiana, southern Michigan, most of all of Ohio, and also really look at this. Look at Charleston, West Virginia, all the way down to Knoxville, Tennessee. Guys, that's the Appalachian Mountain Range. If it rains 4 or 5 inches of rain today there, you will have flash flooding, potential mudslides, some really dangerous situations developing through West Virginia and in eastern Tennessee, or at least even down all the way down toward the Smoky Mountains there in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm telling you, we got some folks down there. Matter of fact, there's the Tennessee hat. We're worried about you guys. I mean, seriously, what? We're worried about you, the volunteers. Tennessee, you're going to get some serious weather. So will West Virginia and southern Ohio, there in the hilly region of the Appalachia. Also, eastern Kentucky, where all my kinfolk live, over in Breathitt County and Perry County and Leslie County. And those of you in McLaughlin County and that whole area, Knott County, and everybody in that part of the world. You're getting ready to get some serious rain, and them hills are steep, and the water's going to run, baby. It's going to run. So everybody, Cuz Clifford, all of you, get yourself together. It's going to be bad, okay? It's going to be bad. Oh, and by the way, while I'm telling you about all these things, explosive thunderstorms developing, heavy rainfall through midweek across central and eastern United States. Middle of the week, round one of thunderstorm activity will roar to life as warm and humid air clashes with advancing cold front across central United States through Sunday night, threatening places like Kansas City, Missouri, St. Louis, and Joplin, Missouri, as we told you. So they're nowhere near out of the danger zone because it's going to get more and more and more uglier. But now there's another part of the country I'm very concerned about for tonight, this afternoon and tonight. This is going to be over here in this Roanoke, Virginia, Washington, D.C., Charleston, West Virginia, Charlotte, North Carolina, even down as far, all of eastern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee, and down into northern Georgia near Atlanta. And I want to show you this right here. Here's a map of what we're looking at for dangerous situation, hail, damaging, high winds. It's just, we're very concerned about this. Isolated thunderstorms, tornadic activity. This could get very, very dangerous as well tonight as this weather patterns continue to shake things up. Larger metropolitan areas. For instance, while the atmospheric setup for severe weather today is not quite as impressive maybe as the Northwest was last night, all of the ingredients needed for damaging thunderstorms will still be in play, spanning across Ohio and Tennessee, river valleys and southern Appalachians, and into the Piedmont of the Carolinas. The threat for damaging wind gusts, hail, and isolated tornado are all possible. Larger metropolitan areas that lie within this risk zone, including Knoxville, Tennessee, Charleston, West Virginia, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Roanoke, Virginia. Very concerned about damaging high gusts of wind, hail, and thunderstorms and tornadic activity. A steady soaking rain will continue to fall north of where the severe thunderstorm threat resides. From the Great Lakes into New England, a gray, chilly, wet, nasty Monday is in store. Oh, right up there in West Lafayette, Indiana, it's going to get cold and nasty. The severe thunderstorm threat will diminish across eastern states by Tuesday as the storm slides off to the East Coast, with heavy rain may continue to be a concern in New York City and Boston as the storm is expected to intensify and gain characteristics of a nor'easter off the east coast of the United States. Focusing on the risk for severe thunderstorms, attention will shift back to the plains on Tuesday, tomorrow. The bomb cyclone will make its way. It's responsible for bringing heavy rain and snow to the west, will begin to march out of the Rocky Mountains and into the Central Plains, setting the stage for another round of severe weather. Now, this is for Tuesday. So this part of the country will start experiencing some major problems. Oklahoma City, all the way down to Dallas, all the way down to San Antonio, down the I-35 corridor, all the way up to the Grand Islands, up there in North Dakota, and everywhere in between. This atmospheric wild card may enter the picture across the southern plains and Gulf Coast states by midweek, by Tuesday and Wednesday, as remaining upper level energy from the Hurricane Rick is expected to lift north of the Mexican border, with the potential interaction between the storm exiting the west and what remains of Rick coming up from the south could bring about yet another round of severe weather for Wednesday across the southern states of biblical proportion. Now, go to the northeast. I mean, this is crazy. 2 rare nor'easters. Many in the northern eastern United States have already had to bring out raincoats and jackets due to the lack of chilly temperatures and relatively dry, while the atmospheric setup for severe weather today is not quite as impressive as Sunday's setup. All the ingredients needed for damaging thunderstorms will still be in play for the Northeast, spanning across Ohio and Tennessee river valleys and the southern Appalachians. So the Northeast is facing some serious situations as well. All of this taking place starting yesterday afternoon in the West Coast, last night, this morning, this afternoon, tonight, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, Tuesday night, into Wednesday. Different sections of the country experiencing some very, very serious damaging and tornadic and rain, hail, high winds, flooding, flash flooding, snow, you name it, it's all in play. Tornadoes, it's all in play. Earthquakes, it's apocalyptic. It's Halloween's hell being ripped upon America just before that dreaded holiday. So I'm just saying, guys, give your life to Jesus Christ. It really does sound like climate chaos. I mean, no wonder we did a DVD on this. I mean, are you serious? And no wonder you start to wonder about Steve Quayle's weather modification and manipulation, his full presentation on that, which was great, actually, filled with great information. Or what about Mike from around the world? When it comes to climate chaos, he said, it's time to tell the truth. And then, of course, we had Shepard Ambellis, who said the climate chaos is being used for a global order plan for humanity. So the weather is being used to bring about control out of chaos, not just the pandemic, not just the supply chain, which is tied into the supply chain shortage, but the weather, the climate chaos. And then, of course, Gil Brazard says, guys, you want to know what's causing all of it? Planet X, Nibiru, planet number 9. And Gil gives his best presentation of of all the time. I've interviewed Gil about 7 or 8 times. The best presentation, the best explanation of climate chaos he gave, the best one he's ever done in this webinar. It's called Gil Brazard, The Effects of Planet X. And then I did one called Apocalypse Now, Bible Signs. They're in play. And Michael Bradbury, which is Mr. MBB333, his presentation in this webinar was Extreme Weather, Planet X, Volcanoes, Cyclones, and Solar Grand Minimums. Okay, he brought all that out. And obviously, Bart Begley's film in this was great as well on climate chaos. So get your copy of it right now. They're putting the links up there for you. And while you're over there, might as well just do this. While you're getting the climate chaos, go ahead and get the Aliens, Angels, and Demons. They're here. 11 DVDs. 11 DVDs on Aliens, Angels, and Demons. Incredible lineup of L.A. Marzulli, William Henry, Mr. MBB333, again, Steve Quayle, Rex Bear, Laura Eisenhower, Mike from around the world, Harvard professor Avi Loeb, Pastor Melvin Whittington, myself, and Bart Begley's film. All of it, 11 DVDs, all of it available for your collection. This is for your collection. And I tell you, if there was ever a collection you should get your hands on, you should have every one of the webinars that we've done. You need to have those in your library. This one's great. You get 11 DVDs in this one. Wow. So get these while you're at it. Just get both of those. Okay. So you'll be ready. These are in. We're shipping them right now every day. These are in. We're shipping them every day. So get yours so that you'll have all the information so that whenever time something like a weather report like this today, Just look at look what's going on. Signs are in the heavens. Signs are on the earth. Blood, fire, pillars of smoke. Who's Gil Brazard? Someone said. Great question. Amazing astronomer who has been studying Planet X for 25 years, who's traveled and looked at ancient documents by the Peruvians, by the Incas, by the Aztecs, documentation from China, from the Israelis, from the Egyptian hieroglyphics, all of it to do with Planet X and how it affected, there's been effects on the earth from it in the past, and how we're ready to experience it again, but this time in much more greater, because it's coming in now on its oblong, its orbit, which every 26,000 years is what they believe it is. But this time, as it swings, it's going to come so close to the earth, it's shaking up the entire solar system. Our solar system is going to get rocked. It's being rocked right now, where the effects are everywhere. And check it out. All right, guys. Again, there's more information coming forward, and so we want to get that to you. So I'll be back with more info, and we'll keep you up to speed. Stay tuned right here to this YouTube channel, because the time is, it's beyond getting late. It's beyond, we're running out of time. Is there any time left? Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. Listen. 100 people came to Christ Thursday night in our live broadcast. We had at one point 8,000 and some people watching live at one particular moment. Right toward the end, actually, right as we went into the altar call. And 100 people said, I need to be saved. Last night, we had about a little over 2,000 people at one point, and 26 people said, I want to be saved. So people are coming to Jesus because they realize it's about over. The question is, are you saved? Don't wait till it's too late. Don't be left behind.